Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the intensive training for school health. For the international scene, Hezbollah an unprecedented attack against Israel. Welcome to our newsroom. As the summer season draws up to close, Djibouti is preparing to enter a new political phase full of promises and challenges. After a summer of preparations and reflections as political actors prepare to return to the scene, determined to push the countries towards a new dynamic, the political returns of 2024-2025 is a crucial phase as the decision is taken will greatly influence the future of the nations. The government, aware of the aspirations of the people, is preparing to address key issues such as economic development, modernizing infrastructure, strengthening international relations. The coming days are expected to witness an increase in official statements and speeches. They will include announcements of ambitious projects aimed at consolidating current gains and strengthening Djibouti's positions as a strategic hub in the region. Discussion on national sovereignty, diversifying the economy and strengthening Djibouti's positions on the international stage will be at the heart of the discussions. The government faces many challenges, but it is determined to turn this period into the decisive turning point. Behind the scenes, the preparations are accelerating through strategic meetings and intensive consultation to finalize action plans. The people, especially the youth, who have shown increasing commitment and strong desire to participate in political life, are looking forward to this period with optimism. This political return represents an opportunity to reshape the future of the countries, and the nation is await of clear visions and concrete actions to face the challenges ahead. Ambassador Muhammad Ali Hassan, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, participated at the head of a high-level delegation at the ministerial meeting of the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, which was held from 24 to 25 August 2024 in Tokyo as part of the preparations for the ninth TICAD 9 to be held in August 2025 in Yokohama, Japan. On the sidelines of this ministerial meeting, Ambassador Muhammad Ali Hassan had a fruitful meeting with Mr. Ondo Moki, Vice President of TICAD, in the framework of monitoring and strengthening bilateral multi-sectoral cooperation programs. He also met with the Vice Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Yuichi Fukuzawa, where discussion is focused on deepening relations between the two countries to serve common interests. The ambassador concluded the meeting by inviting the Vice Minister to visit Djibouti during an official visit. On the sidelines of the TICAD ministerial meeting, the ambassador held bilateral talks with a number of officials from African countries on the nominations of Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf for the positions of chairperson of the African Union for the Commission. Ambassador Muhammad Ali Hassan also met with the executives members of the Japan-Djibouti Friendship Association, which includes Japanese businessmen, politicians, and government officials. As part of the ongoing preparations for the new academic year 2024-2025, the Ministry of National Education Vocational Training organized today a training and introductory courses for heads of educational institutions and their deputies. The training, which will be held from August 26 to 29, 2024 at the Omar Gelle Ahmed Center for Basic Education Teacher Training, CFF, aims to effectively prepare management staff to implement curriculum reviews and develop the professional competence of school heads and deputies. The Director of Education and Educational Resources, Dabar Musa Juda, stressed that the training courses held this morning will allow school principals to learn about the latest trends and practices in the education sector. This initiative comes in line with the desire of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, aimed at strengthening the capacity of school principals and their deputies to carry out their duty, in addition to improving the management of educational institutions by educational officials and providing high-quality education that meets the current needs of students. The Director General of the Training Center of Abdi Dirir said that we are doing everything in our power to ensure that our schools leaders are ideally equipped to face the main challenges of the 2024 school years. Now we follow the impressions of the participant concerning these days in this introductory training for the head of educational institution, which comes at which comes a few days before the start of the new school year. General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, Chief of the Staff of the National Army Forces, received in his offices at the Officer Hotel Hassan Bassouma Hassan, the new commanders of the French forces, General Sebastien Valette. The meeting was an opportunity for General Sebastien Valette to officially introduce himself to the Chief of Staff of the National Army Forces. General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim discussed with his guests the broad outlines of military cooperation between the Djiboutian Defense Forces and this French unit, emphasizing the rules and principles that regulate the activities of the French forces in Djibouti. During the meeting, several topics of common interest were discussed. General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim stressed the importance of maintaining a high level of coordination and compliance with the approved protocols to ensure effective cooperation that respects national sovereignty. At the conclusion of the meeting, Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim wished the French general success, expressing his confidence in developing the fruitful cooperation between the Djiboutian Defense Forces and the French forces. The Chief of the National Staff Forces, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, visited as part of a reconnaissance missions in the Dakhil regions in the northwest of the country, specifically in the Kardamarmar Plains on the borders between Djibouti and Ethiopia. This mission, led by the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, falls within the framework of continuous monitoring and security of the national borders. They deployed unit carried out file observations to assess the situations in these strategic regions. General also discussed with the elements of present at this site which have already assumed the responsibility for securing the area and are operating at full capacity in this sector. The main objectives of the visit was to confirm the data collected and assess the situations on the ground, where after the observations it was confirmed that some areas need increased attention to ensure the security and safety of the borders. Within the framework of combating smuggling, a joint operation between the Customs Detachment and the National Police Station in Ali Sabih region is led to the arrest of a large quantity of smuggled goods and at the Galilee borders point. During this operation, the 50 bundles of cat equivalent of 2,300 kilograms were arrested. This operation reflects the ongoing efforts of the Djiboutian Authority to combat illegal cat trafficking. These activities come within the framework of efforts to enhance border security and combat illegal trade in the country. Concerning the regional scene, an annual exhibition was held in Mogadishu to showcase the achievement of the Somali government, where the successes of the Ankaran government, led by the Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre, who celebrated his second years in office, were displayed. The Somali president attended these occasions in addition to all members of the government, where each ministry presented its achievement and future goals. The Prime Minister and federal government of Somalia, Hamza Abdi Barre, presented a report on the work accomplished by his government during his 2 years in office. In a speech, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud praised the Prime Ministers and his councils of ministers for their commitment to achieving the aspirations of the Somali people, such as liberating territories controlled by terrorist groups, achieving economic growth, enhancing investment, and reforming governance. During the ceremony, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud listened to the detailed report from government ministers who presented the tangible progress achieved during the term. For the international scene, Hezbollah Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah announced on Sunday in a television speech the success of the response to Israeli assassinations of the Lebanese party's senior military commander Fouad, accusing Tel Aviv of lies the Israeli army and Hezbollah carried out at dawn on Sunday, the largest attack between them since the start of the mutual bombings on October 8 on both sides on blue lines. According to the Anadolu agency correspondent, he continued, our data indicate that a large number of drones hit the two specified targets, but the enemy is not saying that any about. The Secretary General of the Hezbollah accused the Israeli enemy of causing the escalations of the southern front, estimating that a few weeks ago we waited the assassinations of leaders to give a chance for negotiations on Gaza, but Netanyahu set new conditions. At least 10 foreign airlines have suspended flight to Israel on Sunday. 10 foreign airlines canceled their flight to Israel, and 52 flights were cancelled, and hundreds of others were postponed and delayed following the escalations with the Hezbollah. The Israeli Broadcasting Authority said then 10 foreign airlines have considered their operations in Israel, including Air France, Transavia. Other companies have also considered their flights, including Wizz Air Hungarian, Corendon Ethiopian Airlines, Aegean Airlines Greek, Universal Greek, and others. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.